Now, I will explain about the activated sludge process. So, the in the biological treatment of the wastewater, so whatever the you have to remove the waste non the waste material, so that sludge, so this the suspension, whatever the growth which has happened, and the suspended growth process in the whatever the in the process of the microorganism which responds to the organic matter, so and or other any other constituents of the wastewater. So these cells that maintains, or it will suspends suspension within the liquid by the reactor, which is employed by the mechanical means or uh, by the natural means. So whatever the growth of the suspension, so if you take a pond, so whatever the growth of this suspension at the bottom, this growth process, that includes the one is activated sludge process. Okay, so that is activated sludge process, or aerated lagoons, and digestion systems sludge digestion system. So these three process will be taking place for the suspension of this growth process. So in this now I will talk about the activated sludge process mechanism. In this activated sludge process mechanism, so whatever the process which has been developed in the treatment plant by the microorganism, so that is capable in the aerobic stabilization of the wastewater. This activated sludge is a sludge where which is obtained by the settling sewage in the presence of the abundant oxygen. So where this microorganism, that is micro aerobic microorganisms, so in this favorable conditions, what happens, this sludge process of the sewage treatment plants, so that will comes in contact with the sewage as well as the biological activity sludges. Such sludges which is developed initially by the prolonged erosions prolonged erosion, and the conditions which which favorables the growth of the organism microorganisms, that is which has the special ability to oxidize the organic matter. So this the effluent of the primary settling tanks, so that is mixed with the some doses of the activated sludge, and it is been eroded in the erosion tank over a period of the time for some hours. So during this erosion, this microorganism, what will happen in the sewage, so that will be keeps on multiplying, multiplying uh, in the various matter. So in this process, the part of the organic matters, so that will be synthesized and into a new cells, and it has been oxidized to derive energy. So this synthetic reaction and the oxidation reaction, so are the main mechanism of the BOD removal. So that in the activated sludge process. So the biological mass which is being generated in the erosion tank, so that is consisting of zoo, bacterial, and the protozoa, rotifiers, and this biomass is generally it is in a flocculent in and it is very quick in settlings. So this it has been separated from an eroded sewage in the secondary settlement tank, and it has been recycled to aero for the erosion tank as an essential features for the this process. So the whatever the mixture of this recycling sludges and the sewage in the erosion tanks, that is been referred as the mixed liquor. So So the recycling of the sludge, which is helps in the initial buildup of the high concentration of the active microorganisms. So this mixed liquor, which accelerates the BOD removal. Once this concentration of microorganism in the mixed liquor have been reached, so that has to maintain a proper food ratio to obtain this operations. So whatever these operations BOD removal, which is been evaluated based on the BOD. So aeration tank effluent and the BOD of final effluent after the sludge suppression. This effluent which has been obtained, that has been a primary operation of the activated sludge. So in this process, the usually this effluent which is contains the properly operated activated sludge in the plant, so that will be very clear. So in this sparkling containing very the low amount of these organic matters. So this effluent with the high quality usually having the lower BOD. So in the trickling filters, so BOD removal is can be done up to about 80 to 95%. So degree of the bacterial removal is about 90 to 95 percentage. So this activated sludge, so this activated sludge, that is a where in this process where the organic process in the biological flux are being suspended in a liquid media that containing dissolving oxygen. So aeration condition that must be attained in the tanks. However, these finds the clarifier, the dissolved oxygen concentration that can be become a extremely low. Dissolved oxygen extracted from a mixed liquor is replenished by the supply to the aeration tanks. So by the this consider this organic matter plus oxygen plus nutrients in presence of microorganisms, so that will give rise to carbon dioxide plus water plus energy plus give rise to microorganism. So this is what the general mechanism, biological mechanism of process of the reaction in the activated sludge process. So this microorganisms requires a food, oxygen, nutrients, and yields the carbon dioxide and water and a new microorganisms, which I shown in this equations. So this can also be generalized. So it has been generalized like one is the process. This process, the activated sludge process, I will tell you in detail. But before that, I want to tell you about the general biological process where the activated sludge process will carries. So this is considered. This is the return of the activated sludge. Okay, take it as return of the activated sludge. Here new cells will be created. So there's a assimilated respiratory we carried out here. So here endogenesis respiration will take place. Endogenous respirations. Okay. So carbon dioxide. Sorry. Here the excess sludge, whatever it is there, that will be removed. Okay. The oxygen will be moved away. Okay, oxygen will be moving with the end of where endogenesis respirations which takes place, and with the assimilatory respiratories, so the oxygen will be taken and oxygen will be left out. Here the effluent POD will be introduced. So in the with unused effluent BOD will be excluded. So this is what the total oxidation of the organics of the sewage by the microorganism, which takes place in these two phases. So first phase involves the conversion of organic matter to the carbon dioxide and new microorganism. In the second phase, that involves in the endogenous respiratories, that is during the process microorganisms consume their own cells or own cells materials for the energy. So endogenous respiratory rate, that will be very slow in most of the cases. At the end this phase, the residue will be remains at the bottom. So at this point the organic matters has been considered as oxidized. So this is what the activated sludge process which he included. So that's about this process. Now flow diagram I shown here, but I actually explain in the next video.